Sometimes I like to sit on the floor. I don't know why, especially when I'm studying and reading. Sometimes my comfortable position is on the floor, in front of the coffee table, in front of the TV. The TV is off, or it has that screensaver on, and it's just there. I don't know why. However, what if someone came to you and told you that God, the Christian God, told them to prophesy to a group of people, and the words that you need to prophesy to that group of people is on a scroll, but you're not going to read the scroll to them. You're going to ingest the scroll. You heard right. Well, if you say this person is delusional and suffering from a psychotic break, I am with you. Or if you say the God that told this person to do that is cruel, I am also with you. Ezekiel 3. And he said to me, Son of man, eat what is before you. Eat this scroll, then go and speak to the people of Israel. So I opened up my mouth, and he gave me the scroll to eat. Then he said to me, Son of man, eat this scroll I am giving you, and fill your stomach with it. So I ate it, and it tasted as sweet as honey in my mouth. He then said to me, Son of man, go now to the people of Israel and speak my words to them. You are not being sent to a people of obscure speech and strange language, but to the people of Israel. I don't want to hear that this is a metaphor, because all too well we have seen that when God has sent a prophet to his people, the Israelites, they would say, Thus said the Lord said this, without having to read a scroll or ingest a scroll. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 24. Then the Spirit came into me and raised me to my feet. He spoke to me and said, Go, shut yourself inside your house. And you, son of man, they will tie with ropes. You will be bound so that you cannot go out among the people. I will make your tongue stick to the roof of your mouth so that you will be silent and unable to rebuke them, for they are a rebellious people. But when I speak to you, I will open your mouth, and you shall say to them, This is what the sovereign Lord says. Whoever will listen, let them listen. And whoever will refuse, let them refuse, for they are a rebellious people. Chapter 4. Ezekiel chapter 4. This is the cruel and unusual punishment that God is going to bestow on Ezekiel. Or is it that Ezekiel is having a psychotic break, being in exile? Now, son of man, take a block of clay, put it in front of you, and draw the city of Jerusalem on it. Then lay siege to it. Erect siege works against it. Build a ramp up to it. Set up camps against it, and put battering rams around it. Then take an iron pane, place it as an iron wall between you and the city, and turn your face toward it. It will be under siege, and you shall besiege it. This will be a sign to the people of Israel. Then lie on your left side. Here's the cruel and unusual punishment. Ezekiel 4:4. Lie on your left side and put the sin of the people of Israel upon yourself. Either Ezekiel is having a psychotic break, or he's high as a kite, or this God needs to be locked up with what the Christians call Satan. Because this is just beyond cruel and unusual punishment for any one person. 4:9. Take wheat and barley, beans and lentils, millet and spelt. Put them in a storage jar and use them to make bread for yourself. You are to eat it during the 390 days you lie on your side. Weigh out 20 shekels of food to eat each day, and eat it at set times. 20 shekels. You're starving the man. Also measure out a sixth of a hin of water and drink it at set times. You're going to make the man thirst to death. Eat the food as you would a loaf of barley bread. Make it in the sight of the people, using human excrement for food. Ezekiel have to bake the bread over human poop? The Lord said, in this way the people of Israel will eat defiled food among the nations where I will drive them. Then said I, not so, sovereign Lord. I have never defiled myself. From my youth until now, I have never eaten anything found dead or torn by wild animals. No impure meat has ever entered my mouth. Very well, he said, I will let you bake your bread over cow dung instead of human excrement. The more I read the Bible, I haven't even gone into a whole study yet, but the more I read this book, the more this God is actually it. He then said to me, Son of man, I am about to cut off the food supply in Jerusalem. The people will eat ration food in anxiety and drink ration water in despair. For food and water will be scarce. They will be appalled at the sight of each other and will waste away because of their sin. I haven't even begun to study all of this yet. The more I read this book outside of Christian context, in other words, since I don't have a pastor or a bunch of Christians in my ear telling me that this is all metaphorical, it's all spiritual, I can actually read the words on the paper, the logos. I just read what's there and I define words. But the more I read this book and the more I go into studying this book, the more these gods that's in this Bible become hateful. And the reason why I say these gods is it because this God of the Bible is wishy-washy. One moment it's okay to do something, the next moment is not. Or is it multiple gods? That's why I say these gods. Think about laying on your side for a day. How would that feel if you can't move, if you're bound to one side for 390 days? You would call a person who come to you and tell you God told them to do this out of their mind, and you would get them help. So you tell me, either Ezekiel is having a psychotic break, he's high as a kite, or the sovereign Lord, the God who told Ezekiel to do this, is cruel and needs to be punished itself.